Tiger Woods, nobody has had the highs and lows that that guy's had, right? He's the #1 golfer, arguably in history.
I think Tiger Woods attracted so many people to the game of golf.
This man is the most outstanding athlete of individual sports you might ever see. He's extraordinary in so many ways. He has achieved what many consider to be impossible, and his story is one of being the second highest paid athlete after Michael, who's earning $300 million each year from the Jordan brand, becoming the first Asian and the first black golfer to win the Masters, and on top of that, being the youngest one to ever do it. But it doesn't even stop there. At some point, he had one scandal after another and refused to give up after a huge car accident to return to professional golf, and he won again. That's why he is one of the most inspiring persons the world has ever seen.
Tiger Woods that we all knew, he will never ever be that guy again.
This was probably the reason why at the peak of his career, golf was rated higher than the NBA or the NFL, one of the most popular sports in the US. How did he achieve all of this? What were the dark sides of his success, and what can we learn from his journey? Getting to know more about him was truly incredible, and I really felt like on a roller coaster. Even though Tiger is arguably the greatest individual athlete of modern history, I would not have wanted to be in his shoes. It was filled with struggles, setbacks and challenges that tested his mental and physical strength to the absolute limits. He was constantly at the peak of drama, entertainment and excellence, starting his path at an extremely young age. His unusual childhood led him to gain extreme respect from nearly every individual. But I now want to tell you what you might not know about his person, as he was extremely private, revealing very little of himself, rather being home, practicing or spending time with his family. If you like stories such as Tiger's, please subscribe. I finished my master in innovation and entrepreneurship and will continue to share the journeys of people that disrupted how things are done to achieve greatness. Tiger's life was extremely shaped by his parents, particularly his father, a former Navy soldier. He was known for making the craziest statements about Tiger. Tiger will be more impactful to the world than Gandhi, Nelson Mandela or Buddha. And Tiger was only 20 years old at that time. Still, Tiger says he considers his father as his best friend. Funnily, he even appeared together with him on television as a child. Tiger got his first golf ball at 11 months old, but it really started to get to him when he was 6 years old. His dad played at the Navy golf course in Long Beach, but Tiger was obviously too small, so his mom and him went to another course. Later he snuck onto his father's course and they've played in the dark until they lost their ball, which is incredibly hard, as you need to know exactly where the ball has landed and hit it in a good way. He even made it up to the hole 17 once, but never finished it. You have to be playing twice as good to have half a chance. That was the mindset of his father. He was raised to have a sniper mentality from his dad, which first helped him hide, collect balls in the ditch, and further focus on achieving his goal. He didn't hesitate to work hard every day, from an incredibly young age on. Despite his talent and only perfect grades, no A- or anything, Woods faced racial discrimination and was denied access to clubhouses during his junior golf days. In addition to his stuttering, that's where Tiger's mental toughness really was visible, as it only fueled his drive to succeed.
I was denied access into the clubhouses. I asked 2 questions only. That was it. Where was the first tee, and what was the course record?
Wow, that's the kind of mindset that gets you to winning. But what makes it even more inspiring is that his parents literally bet everything on Tiger. and his incredible talent. Literally everything.
Obviously, we didn't know that we were going to have enough money for me to go to college or top college or be recruited. So my family made a tough decision, and at the age of 14 and a half, we took out a second mortgage so I could go out and play the AJJ Tour. Mom stayed at home, Dad traveled, and we went and played. I played the AJJ Tour on our second mortgage.
Now be realistic. Would you have done the same? They homeschooled him and traveled with him everywhere. But probably that's what fuels his insane competitiveness.
Nothing's ever going to be given to you. Everything's going to be earned. If you don't go out there and put in the work, you don't go out and put in the effort, one, you're not going to get the results. But two, and more importantly, you don't deserve it. You didn't earn it. And so that defined my upbringing, that defined my career, and which allowed me to get into a great university like Stanford. And
from there, he turned pro. So the first thing he did, after meeting with Phil Knight, the founder of Nike, and later the CEO of Titleist, who sponsored him, he paid off his parents' mortgage. That led him to becoming the first Asian and first black golfer to win the majors, and that at the youngest age ever achieved. Incredible. But I always want to reflect on the immense drill that he was put through to come to this point. He didn't have the youth that an average American had, as it was consumed by golf and studying. After the age of 2, his father made sure that Tiger practices golf for at minimum 2 hours a day. This guy worked practically his entire life. Besides his parents, his closest friends were the golf instructors, even at the age of 5. He had such a structured life that it didn't allow him to have real friends outside of golf. But even with his family, there were issues. For instance, his dad cheating on his mom in front of him when he was 10 years old, or his mother telling him things like, in sports you have to go to the throat. If you are all friendly, they are going to come back and beat your ass. You take their heart on the course, so play without mercy. That's a tough environment, which might explain his scandals along his life. To remain his sanity, he adopted psychological tactics from a self-help cassette to prompt his mind for success. This is what he wrote on his bedroom wall when he was 10. I believe in me. I will own my own destiny. I smile at obstacles. I am first in my resolve. I fulfill my resolutions powerfully. My strength is great. I stick to it easily, naturally. My will moves mountains. I focus and give it my all. My decisions are strong. I do it with all my heart. Tiger listened to those tapes so often that he wore them out. In his minimal free time, he even watched tape of the greatest golfers of the past to learn from them. An idea that's core to this channel. Feel free to like and subscribe if you liked it so far. He definitely got drilled, but he developed an obsession himself. He was truly addicted to the sport and to winning. It made him put the records of 46-year-old Jack Nicklaus next to his self-belief sentences at the age of 10, and he ended up beating all of them later on. Jack inspired him to play creatively and different to the standard, something the truly great people do. So Woods became the top-ranked golfer in the world from August 1999 to September 2004. That's for 264 consecutive weeks. And again from June 2005 to October 2010, 281 consecutive weeks. During this time he won 13 of golf's major championships. He was awarded PGA Player of the Year a record 11 times and has won Byron Nelson Award for lowest adjusting scoring average a record 8 times. Woods has the record of leading the money list in 10 different seasons. He has won 15 professional major golf championships and 82 PGA Tour events. His typical day would look like hitting around 600 balls, working on the short game, playing 18 holes and going to the gym, no matter if you just won a tournament or not. However, with his success came struggles. Woods faced a personal downfall that led him to a self-imposed hiatus from professional golf from December 2009 to early April 2010, in an attempt to resolve marital issues with his wife at the time, Ellen Nordegren. At that point, there was a whole agency paying people to spy on him, such as waitresses and mistresses. Next to this psychological drowning time, with multiple sex scandals being all over the news, his sports career was in a crisis as well. Woods fell to number 85 in the world rankings in November 2011, before ascending again to number 1 ranking between March 2013 and May 2014. However, his insane workload led him to take multiple drugs to deal with the pain, and that for the whole career. Not curing correctly his injuries led him to undergo 4 back surgeries between 2013 and 2017. He competed in only 1 tournament during that time and dropped off the list of the world's top 1,000 golfers. At this time, he began to become obsessed with Navy SEALs training, really thinking about switching careers. Doing as many as 10 parachute jumps a day and the drills of the SEALs every day, which are extremely tough. He lost his wife, his family and his brand deals, but that made him realize that he needs to play for himself and for nobody else. So on his return to regular competition, Woods made steady progress to the top of the game, winning his first tournament in 5 years at the Tour Championship in September 2018 and his first major in 11 years at the 2019 Masters. That is outstanding. To come back after that long time, after all this pressure, that really is greatness. Woods' return to golf was not an easy one. He had to overcome injuries, personal struggles, to get back to the sport that he loved. However, with addressing his issues and not running away from them in form of therapy, he proved once again his strong work ethic on himself, which enabled him to make a comeback and win again. That is something I really admire, and it is really remarkable how he managed to overcome the millions of paparazzi swarming around him wherever he went. Imagine being in a situation like that while you are a naturally introverted person. But Woods believes in achieving professional excellence in whatever he does. He tries to become the best he can and strives for perfection, even though he acknowledges that no one can ever truly achieve perfection. He also believes in doing things differently, putting in the effort and being mentally and physically strong. A key factor for his success was getting in the zone, same as for a sniper. Aiming with precision no matter the surrounding. That is the reason why he is able to block out distractions and focus on the task at hand. The skill that I also would like to have. Not being distracted by your phone or whatever. Therefore, it is no surprise that he is now in the Hall of Fame of golfers, which they even had to change the existing rules for. As earlier, it was only possible after the age of 50 and above. But Tiger wouldn't be Tiger if he didn't become first again, entering in his mid-40s. Besides endorsements, he started his own company designing golf courses, but he will probably be remembered for his other achievements. If you like this video, I made a list for you to download, which is linked in the description, with the lessons summarized in it. Check it out so you can remember Tiger's success formula. Tiger Woods' story is one that is both inspiring, motivating and partly shocking. He never competed against people, he competed against history, something only the greatest can do. He was on the top of the top and collapsed mentally, physically and privately, just to come back and win again, against all odds. It is a story that inspires millions of people around the world to dream big and believe in them. Subscribe to my channel and we'll see us next time.